Today I want to share something quite wonderful with you. We are going to learn how to grow green onions. And the best part? You can do this right on your kitchen counter. No need for a big garden or special tools. Just a little bit of space in your kitchen is all it takes. This is a very simple way to have fresh food. Perfect for everyone. Even if you are new to growing things. Imagine having fresh green onions whenever you need them. Snip them for your salads, soups, or omelets. When you grow them yourself, they are always there. No more trips to the shop just for a few green onions. This method is incredibly easy. You will see new green shoots appearing quite quickly. Growing plants indoors can be very rewarding. These green onions do not ask for much. They just need a little water and some light. You do not need any soil for this method. It is a clean and tidy way to grow your own food. This is particularly good if you live in a flat or have no garden space. So let us get started on this simple project. Now, let us talk about something very important. Growing your green onions this way is good for our planet. It helps us to reduce waste. We call this a zero-waste method. When you buy green onions from the shop, you often use the green tops. Then you might throw away the white part with the roots, but that white part is full of life. It can grow new green onions for you. So, instead of creating waste, you are creating more food. This is a very clever way to use the whole plant. By regrowing your green onions, you're playing a part in stopping food waste. Every little bit helps. It is a small change in your kitchen habits, but it can make a big difference over time. You're not just saving money by growing your own, you're also being kind to the environment. This method means less food ends up in the bin. Another benefit is less packaging. When you buy vegetables, they often come in plastic bags or containers. If you are growing your own green onions at home, you do not need this packaging. It is about making a conscious choice to live a little more sustainably. A little effort for a big reward, both for you and for the earth. Alright, let us get down to the practical part. How do you prepare your green onions for regrowth? It all starts with the first cut. When you have your bunch of green onions from the shop, look at them closely. You will see the green leafy tops and the white base part. Sometimes there are little roots still attached to the very bottom. This white part with the roots is the key to new growth. You will need a sharp knife for this. Take your green onion and cut off the green tops to use in your cooking. Leave about 1 inch or perhaps 2 inches of the white part. Make sure the roots, or the area where roots were, are still attached to this white base. This remaining piece is what you will use to grow new onions. Be careful when you are using the knife. Place the green onion on a cutting board and hold it firmly. Make a straight, clean cut. You can then use the green tops as you normally would. The important thing is to save those white ends. These little ends are now the beginning of your continuous green onion supply. Once you have cut all your green onions, gather the white root ends. This preparation is the foundation for your success. Now that you have your green onion bases, they need a place to live. We need to choose a suitable container for them. This is not complicated. You probably have something perfect in your kitchen already. A simple glass jar works very well. A small drinking glass can also be used, or perhaps you have a little vase that is not being used. The main thing is that the container can hold a little water, and it should be able to support the onion bases. The size of the container is important. It should be wide enough to hold your onion bases without them being too crowded, but not so wide that they fall over. They need to stand upright. This helps the new green shoots to grow straight up towards the light. A clear glass container is rather nice because you can see the roots growing. It also helps you to see when the water needs changing. Make sure the container is clean. Before you put your onion bases in, give the container a good wash. This simple setup is all you need. Section 5. Water and light. The secrets to growth. Your green onion bases are now settled in their new home. The next step is to give them water. Pour a little fresh water into the container. You want the water to cover the roots and a small part of the white base. About ½ an inch of water is usually enough. Do not submerge the entire onion base. The very top of the white part should be above the water. This prevents it from rotting. Most tap water is fine. However, if your tap water is very heavily chlorinated, let it sit out for a day. Or you can use filtered water if you prefer. The main thing is that the roots have access to clean water. Now let us think about light. Find a bright spot for your container of onion. A sunny windowsill is often the perfect place. They enjoy several hours of sunlight each day. If you do not have a very sunny windowsill, a spot that gets good, a little bit of observation goes a long way in gardening. Section 6. Keeping your green onions thriving. To keep your green onions growing well, a little bit of care is needed. The most important thing is to change the water regularly. The water can become a bit cloudy or slimy over time. This is not good for the onions. So, every 2 to 3 days you should change the water. Gently lift the onion bases out of the container. Pour out the old water. Then, refill the container with fresh, clean water to the same level as before. When you change the water, it is also a good idea to rinse the roots. Hold the onion bases under a gentle stream of cool tap water. This helps to wash away any sliminess that might be starting to form on the roots. Be gentle when you do this. The new roots can be delicate. A quick, gentle rinse is all they need. Keep an eye on your growing onions. You will see new green shoots appearing from the top of the white bases. As they grow, you can start to snip off the green parts to use in your cooking. They will keep producing more green shoots for quite some time. Section 7. An optional move to soil for bigger plants. Growing your green onions in water is a wonderful and easy method. You can keep harvesting from them for several weeks, sometimes even longer. However, there is an optional step you might like to try. If you want your green onions to grow even bigger and stronger, you can move them to soil. Planting them in soil can give them more nutrients. This can result in larger plants that last for a longer period. But remember, this is entirely optional. They do very well in just water too. If you decide to try planting them in soil, wait until they have grown good roots in the water. You should see a healthy network of white roots, and they should have some new green shoots, perhaps a few inches long. This shows they are strong enough for transplanting. You will need a small pot with drainage holes, and you will need some good quality potting compost. This compost will provide the food for your onions to grow larger. Gently take your rooted onion bases from the water. Section 8. The Wonder of Regrowth, how it happens. Have you ever wondered how these green onions can regrow like this? It seems like magic, but it is actually clever plant science. The secret lies in the white base of the green onion. This part of the plant is called the basal plate. It is at the very bottom, where the roots grow from. This basal plate contains special cells. These cells have the amazing ability to create new roots and new leaves. It is like a tiny control center for growth. When you place the onion base in water, these cells get a signal. The water tells them it is a good time to start growing again. The onion base also has some stored food inside it. This stored food is like a packed lunch for the plant. It provides the energy needed for the first new shoots to appear, so even before the new roots are fully developed, the plant can start to push out green leaves. It is using its own energy reserves to kickstart the process. The roots will then start to grow more actively in the water. These new roots are very important. Section 9. Start your green onion adventure today. So, there you have it. A simple, rewarding way to grow endless green onions at home. Let us quickly remember the easy steps. First, you buy your green onions. Then, you cut off the green tops for cooking. Remember to leave about an inch or two of the white base with the roots. This is the part that will regrow. It is your little treasure. This simple cut is the very beginning of your new onion supply. Next, you choose a clean jar or container. Place your onion bases inside, standing them upright. Add a little fresh water, just enough to cover the roots and the very bottom of the white part. Then find a bright spot for them like a sunny windowsill. The light will help them grow strong. This setup is all you need. It takes only a few minutes to get started. And then the waiting and watching begins. Remember to change the water every 2 to 3 days. Soon, you will see new green shoots appearing. Happy growing!